first camera I got, that was a Canon 60. I bought it with my school.
We are pushing the car. If you could join us, that would do us a favor. You know what it is, Mega City, Mega Faga. This happens to be another wonderful day, a brand new life. And today on this episode, I have with me a wonderful photographer. When it comes to photography, he's so good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kobe Trigger. Kobe Trigger.
Hello.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing well.
It's a pleasure to have you on my channel. Yeah. So tell me about how you started with your photography. How was it like?
Starting out with photography wasn't easy. So I used to take pictures with my girlfriend's phone.
Okay.
It was I think iPhone 8 Plus at the time. So there was this photographer on campus, Kojo Films. He's like the one who taught me photography. So I went to see him and he was like, he asked me what camera I used to take, and I was like, I use my phone, and he was surprised. There was this one time he called me and I went and I helped him out. Still helps me to show my phone. I still work for him and yeah. So that's how I started out photography. So that was like a little over a year ago.
Okay, so a year ago.
Yeah.
Alright, but starting up with your photography, talking about education-wise, by then, where were you?
I was in the university then. I was in first year.
Which university is that?
Presby University.
Okay.
First year. Offering physician assistantship. So he was also offering the same course. And like I knew people who were like photographers, but I didn't really put my mind to it because I knew my parents weren't going to allow me. So I started it. I was on a load. They didn't know. So it was later my mom got to know about it. But then even with that, sometimes like they still complain. You have to focus on your school and stuff. I think it's all about your passion. Because at the end of the day, if you attend school for a certain course and you don't have a passion for it, you'll just stress.
So initially when you started, your parents were not in agreement?
No.
Wow.
I wouldn't even dare tell them.
So you started without their consent?
Yeah. People had like already started to recognize me on campus and stuff like that. When I come home, I do nothing photography really because I didn't want them to find out. So we went for, I think my grandma's now. Then I took a couple of pictures of them and I showed it to them, and they thought it was like very nice. So I think that was when they actually realized, oh, okay, he can do this. So, like,
as in career-wise, how has it been? Your photography and then your schooling?
it's been hard.
Very hard.
Yeah. The course I'm offering is like very loaded. You learn a lot of stuff. And photography is time consuming because even after you shot the picture, you have to like, sit down and edit and it takes time. Depending on, because like when you shoot like the wedding, you have like 200 pictures, you have to like go through each and every one of them and edit. You have assignments and you have midterms and everything, so it hasn't been easy after
Financing your project, your works, getting contracts.
Okay.
As a student, how are you able to manage yourself?
So my financing, especially for my photography, so my first camera I got, that was a Canon 60. I bought it with my school fees.
You bought your first camera with your school fees?
Yeah, that's my
Interesting.
Then I like worked and paid it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Pasisa TV and I'm having a wonderful time with Kobe Trigger. He is a specialist when it comes to photography. And I'm learning that he bought his first camera with the school fees. Can you take that risk ever? Hey, brother, I say, Charlie.
So when I bought the camera, I had the intention that I'm going to get drugs and I'll pay. It wasn't easy to pay off that debt. Only this year, this whole COVID thing came like bang, and like you barely get drugs because nobody was getting married, no one was having parties. That was like the ideal time. Already people knew me because I was running with Kojo.
Okay.
So like, and Kojo was like very like everybody in the school. When I started learning under him, he was also in his final year. He wasn't getting time to like shoot.
Okay.
A lot more because he had projects and events.
So most of the contracts were shifted to you?
Yes. So I would go and shoot it. Like when I go in the name of
risk your schooling with traveling for
friend that like I can go and sleep at his end for like 2 weeks just because I want to catch up on like the things I missed when I was in Ahom. So it all really depends on if you think you can couple it with traveling and all. I think you should go for it.
I must confess that you must be a shark.
Not really.
Oh yes, you are. Yes, you are. I mean, traveling, combining studies with photography, time-wise, managing time. You must be a shark.
I wouldn't say I'm a shark per se, but then let's just say I know how to like grasp things. I just have to read it like a couple of times and I get it.
So where do you come from?
I come from Kwo, Obome.
Kwo, Obome. Ah, okay, that's great. That's great. Tell me about living in Kwo. How has it been?
I'm not gonna lie, I never lived in Kwo.
Okay.
I think I did when I was a kid, so I'm not going to remember any of them. I've lived in Accra most of my life.
Have you ever thought of having a project in Kwo concerning photography? Because when you talk about Kwo, we have interesting festivals, beautiful cities and all that.
The whole family moved to our house in Kwo. And we were there, and like during my stay there, we stayed there for like 3 months. During my stay there, I realized Kwo was like a very beautiful place. I've been planning on this trip. I wanted it to happen during the Easter, but then because of the COVID, so I see maybe next year, I'm sure. Because there are a lot of festivals. Recently they did Yankoko. It's like a festival for tourists. Dive money to guys. Then after I'm done with my license, then maybe I start working on it. Yeah, but then I'm still going to do it side by side. So I think balancing the two would be like very high until I get to a point that I see, oh, I don't need one. So like I'll just let go of one and concentrate. Yeah. But personally for me, it's all about where the money is.
And this is the more reason why Kofi Trigger, I have him right here with me on this channel, Joe Pasasa TV. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe now. Tell me about the experience of traveling in relation to your photography, the passion behind the photography.
It's a really nice, personally I hate traveling. Like I hate the journey part, sitting in the car and all. But then like when you actually get there and like you are shooting, I don't know, but then people have this reference, especially when you go to weddings, people have this reference for photographers that as very young as I am, like a very old person will come to you and like speak in a way I doubt if you didn't have a camera he would speak. So like it's nice and it's funny sometimes. Like there are a lot of nice moments and it's fun capturing other people's moments. Like something like a wedding might probably happen like once in a person's life.
Talk about the real challenges you face on the field. What are some of the real challenges?
As a photographer, most of the time it's your gear you use. Because like I said, there are a lot of photographers and you want to stand out. And one way to make your images stand out is your gear. Experience is part, but then I think your gear also counts. Because if you have a better gear, it doesn't necessarily mean if you have a better gear you get better photos, but then coupled with your experience, if I have like a lower version of the camera and I have a higher version, me the same person, the pictures I would get with the lower version probably gets better pictures with the higher version. So yes, getting your gear is like one of the major challenges because the gears are expensive. So it's down to like do your pictures, take some out, edit the rest, process them. Yeah, it's also tough sometimes. Sometimes like it will take you maybe weeks. You'll be like, oh, the pictures are very nice, but then the payment becomes a problem. It's a business you are running. So right now I would charge you and you have to pay 60% of the charge before I come to shoot. And also the challenges, sometimes when you go to places and like you pull out the camera, once people see you with the camera, they expect that, oh, he's taking money for this, so like you have to pay.
Okay, so on our journey, our car got broken. So at this point in time, We are pushing the car. If you could join us, that would do us a favor.
Hey, I can't believe what can I with this?
Finally, we are fortunate enough to have corrected it. It started. There's no fuel.
There's no fuel in the car.
Are you ready for the competition ahead of you?
Personally, I don't think there's a my only competition is with myself. Thing is, like, photography is like a very big world, and you can't be one person doing like all the game. So all you have to do is like better yourself, and the right people are going to come to you as well. If you concern yourself so much about competition, you're not going to get anywhere. The only competition should be yourself. Better yourself. You should know that, oh, okay, the next project I did should be better than the last project. Yeah.
What are your social media?
So on Instagram, you can find me at Looney_Trigger. Looney as in LOONEY_TRIGAH Trigger. Yes. And on Twitter, you could find me at Abnacher. You could reach me on my personal line 027-027-5163. 027-027-5163. I also have the 059-199-8092. 059-199-8092. What I would like to say to your viewers is keep focusing on yourself. Don't be envious of anybody. We all came different. All fingers are not the same. Like, we are all going to turn out different. And when is your time is your time. Like, no one can take that from you. And believe in yourself. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that next time Asasa drops a video, you know what to talk about.
Your passion should drive you in whatever you do. Mega Sigi, Ege Bege Faga.